right, we're going to start in 1 second, just checking some things, and then we've got some great content coming up right after this commercial break.
Hi, I'm Jack Canfield, and I've appeared on more than 1,000 radio interview shows in the past 25 years. And my time with Raven Blair Glover on her show, Don't Wait to Be Great, was one of the most enjoyable ever. She is a rare combination of dynamic, spontaneous, and fun, as well as thoroughly prepared, deeply insightful, and a great listener who responds with great follow-up questions, as well as her own experiences in a way that moves the conversation forward without stealing the focus. And one of the best radio interviews on the planet. And I would highly recommend being on her show to anyone who's serious about getting your message out to more people and enjoying the process at the same time. And she has become so successful at this interviewing process that she's now teaching other people how to have their own interview shows. So if you're thinking about having a radio interview show on the internet or on broadcast, whatever it is, and you want to be successful, make sure to check out Raven Blair Glover, because she can help you get from where you are now to where you want to go with your radio career.
All right, everyone, welcome to the show. This is Talk Show Maven, the training show. We just call it Talk Show Maven TV. This is where we give you tons and tons of training. If you're a podcaster, if you're a live streamer, if you're a YouTubist, whatever you call it, then you definitely want to be here, because we are here to inspire and empower you that yes. Hey, Donna, I see you. Welcome. Yes. You can make money with your show. It's all in the mindset. It's all in how you perceive it to be. And for those of you that don't know me, hey, I'm Raven, the Talk Show Maven. I'm known as the queen of interview marketing, interview conversion. I'm also the founder of the awesome, the dynamic, the amazing Women and Men of Power. Shout out to my hosts. I see Donna here, and to all my hosts that are tuning in. Now, I just checked. Doesn't seem like we're coming in on Facebook. So I apologize for that, because I did put my Facebook URL in there. It does look like we're coming on Periscope well, and I believe Twitter well. And so we are here to just broadcast as many different ways as we can to you to help you, just stay empowered, stay uplifted and inspired. So I thought today, I said, what do I want to talk to them on my very first show, the Talk Show Maven TV training network is what I'm calling this. And this is basically, I do a lot of shows. You guys have seen me on Talk Show Maven Tonight, Careers from the Kitchen Table, Women Power, all of which are award-winning shows. But this one is mainly to train you. So I'm going to be pulling content from my book, Talk Show Magic, and you guys can go to talkshowmagic.com and subscribe and get updates on our training, but also contest things, and also get your ebook version of Talk Show Magic Tonight. Talk Show Magic Tonight. Talk Show Magic. I got so many things. I don't know if I'm coming or going, but I do know my stuff as far as the training. And so, we only got 30 minutes, so we're going to make it quick and we're going to make it impactful for you. So I want to talk to you about the fact that first you got to recognize that you have in your live stream show, your Periscope, your podcast, your radio show, doesn't matter what platform, you have to have a business mindset. If you want it to not be a hobby and you want to take it from it being a hobby to being a business, then you have to, have the mindset of an entrepreneur. That's why we title this, how to get from being a talk show host to a talk showpreneur. Now, I put a poll down for those of you that are on Crowdcast, Donna, you'll see a poll there. So go ahead and take advantage of that and do the poll. And there's a button for you to ask me questions. And as soon as I can get to them, I will. But I want to give you some meat and potatoes, so to speak, first. So a talk showpreneur is someone who has the mindset of an entrepreneur and no longer wants a hobby, but they really want a profitable, sustainable business surrounding their talk show. They want it. They realize they deserve it. They want to make the money, honey. They definitely do. And they've tried to figure it out so much. And they're willing to invest to learn how they can have fallen money like that coming to them. And that's what we want. So we're going to be showing you this because we want you to see that you can make money. You can make money. I've taught many people how to get to the top celebrities like Russell Simmons, Oscar winner Lou Gossett Jr. You see me over there with the great Lisa Sasevich, Montel Williams, Brendan Bouchard. I'm telling you, when you learn how to, as I call, interview up, you are really taking your show to the next level, because you're inviting people on that a lot of people can't get, or they don't even try to get. And these people don't know me personally. Well, some of them do now, but when I reached out to them, they didn't. But I learned how to master the art of interviewing up. And that took me from being a 55-year-old at a hospital, making $10 an hour, 20 hours a week, not knowing radio, investing in myself, interviewing up, and now owning my own amazing Women of Power radio network. But none of that would not have happened without me being able to create some, as I say, ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. So you may be asking, okay, Raven, that's great. That's nice for you. But how do we do that? How do we make it happen? You make it happen by flipping the script on your mindset, by saying no longer are you going to be someone that's just going to do a show, put all the time and hours in doing a show, and not, get any money, not get any reward from it. You deserve it. And so now you just have to figure out, or not figure out, because I'm here to show you how to make it happen. So that's what we want to help you do today. So again, I do apologize for anyone that's listening to the replay and you weren't able to get on Facebook, but we are trying out this new platform, and obviously something did not quite connect on that. So I do apologize for that. So let me just get into some things that I want to cover with you today. And first of all, I want to say hello to all of you that are listening, no matter where you're listening from. Hey, Anna, I see you. Let's keep the questions primarily on what you want to get from the talk show hostpreneur. You can go ahead, if you scroll down, and type in your questions and take advantage of the poll. But to answer your question, no, we're testing this out, Anna, for the event we're doing next week. So I told you what a talk showpreneur is, right? And we talked about how important it is for you to take your mindset from having a fun-loving hobby that you love, to actually, becoming a talk showpreneur. Your intentions have to be that all your hard work and effort is going to end up with you getting clients, sponsors, advertisers, top guests, so that you can create and monetize from your show products and services and courses. There's so much that you can create from your show. For those of you that have had a podcast, have had a radio show, have had YouTube, live stream, Periscope, whatever it is, I want you to take a moment now and think about everything that's on your hard drive, all the interviews, or maybe you do solo content. Think about what would have been the best interviews, the best content. And I want you to walk away today with this one end result, and that is that you can create an income from it. And if nothing else, but to produce a product, a book, packaging those interviews. And I'm going to show you one that I have packaged. And this is our 5th edition. We'll be doing our final, which is the 6th edition, coming up this year. But this is Careers from the Kitchen Table. This is a book that I took top people I interviewed, and we put them on the cover. Let's see, who do we have? We have Dr. John DeMartini, Lisa Sasevich, Brendan Bouchard, Lisa Nichols, Jack Canfield, and Diana Nightingale. And we call it Careers from the Kitchen Table. This is our 5th edition. I started making money back in 2010 when we did our 1st edition. And I just took the top people I interviewed. My listeners voted on who, and then we put them on the cover. Then I opened it up for a business opportunity for people that did not know these people, that people that were looking for credibility and visibility, and say, hey, how would you like to be in a book with Jack Canfield, with Lisa Nichols, with Brendan Bouchard, with Lisa Sasevich? How would you like to be in Dr. DeMartini and Diana Nightingale? How would you like to become an author? Or if you're already an author, connect your wagon with these great people. They don't know me. They don't know you, meaning people that buy the book, but they do know them because they are world-renowned leaders in their niche, and people know who they are. And so I opened up the opportunity for people to take advantage of it for $4.97 or $5.97, one of those, and they invested in it, and now they're in this book. Well, you can do the same thing too. This is why I'm bringing it up. How many things have you created? How many interviews have you pulled from? Even if you only got two, use those two, put them on the cover, leverage from it. And that's thinking like a talk showpreneur instead of a talk show host, or a live streampreneur instead of a live stream host, or an interviewpreneur instead of an interview host. All you have to do is start thinking, how can I take this further? How can I make money? How can I turn my radio show, my podcast, my live stream, my Periscope into a cash machine? See those $100? That's what you want. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. And it's very easy. You just got to believe you can do it. And what it was Mary Kay Ash said, if you think you can, you can. And if you think you can't, you're right. And that is so right. So I want you to think that you can. So I've given you one idea. If you're going to do that, give me a thumbs up, no matter where you're at, no matter where you're looking at, or just say, hey, I'm going to do it. And I want you to go out there and do it. I can tell you, when you interview experts, you position yourself as the authority in your niche. Interviewing people like Jack Canfield, Russell Simmons, and Les Brown, they are influencers, and they have been there, done that. And when people see me interview them, they're like, okay, she must know her stuff. And they'll perceive you the same way. And that's what makes them decide, I want to be a sponsor on your show. I want to get a commercial on your show. What does it cost for you? What's my investment for you to interview me on your show? A talk showpreneur has a clear and defined blueprint on how they're going to make their money. As an entrepreneur, don't you have a roadmap? Don't you have a blueprint? Well, you're just going to incorporate those same things you've always learned. And that's what takes you from being a talk show host to a talk showpreneur. So create a roadmap today on where your money is coming from for your show. Do you want your money primarily to come from you getting advertisers? Do you want your money to come from doing commercials, getting sponsors? If that's the case, then you have to ask yourself this. And I teach Anna, who's in my mastermind, and Donna, who's in my radio host mastermind. I teach my clients this one thing. Very important. Get this. When you decide which way you're going to make your money, the next question you ask yourself is, what's my fastest way to cash? Where's my cash? And surround yourself with these. Real or not, paste them all around you to remind yourself that you're ready to make some money, honey. Okay. But you want to know, what's your fastest way to cash? So let's say if you want to get sponsors, and this is how you're going to build an income around your show, Anna and Donna, and these are the people I can see on Crowdcast. So you can come to crowdcast.io/e talk show Maven live TV if you want to join me here. But so once you determine what's your fastest way to cash is, you're going to go after those people. But first, you got to determine who they are. So you have to ask yourself, you got to step away from you and the fact that you want to have a sponsor, or you want to have an advertiser. And you have to ask yourself this, and then do your research. What's in it for them? WIFFT. What's in it for them? Not you. Take you out of it. Why would they invest, Anna, to be on your show, to have a commercial, or to be a sponsor? Why would they invest, Donna? And for any of the other ones that Reggie, I know you're watching probably, well, I told you Facebook, but I'm not on there. Maybe some of you are watching from Periscope. Why would they invest in being an advertiser or sponsor on your Periscope, on your YouTube channel, on your Amazing Women of Power radio show, or on a podcast? What's in it for them? And this is where research comes in and so important. We teach this in our Icon interview formula. But even though we're talking about interviews, it can be translated any way. It all equals out to, you got to do your research. You must. Did I say must? Yes. You must do your research. You must find out, why would they invest at this time? You want to find out from me some reasons that people would say yes? Okay. Let me share a few with you. Number one, you need to follow whoever it is that you want as advertisers. Once you make the list of who these people are and you identify them, like for me, coaches, They're 90 to 95. I would probably be safer to say 98% of the business that comes in is from coaches. So I will Google and I will do my research, especially on particular people I'm going after, particular type of coaches, what they're looking for. Well, coaches are looking for credibility. They're looking for exposure. They want to get their name out there. And so I figure out and I look at them and I say, well, okay, this is great, but who has written a book lately? And I'm going to go after people that have written a book. Why would I go after them, Anna? Why would I go after their Donna? Why would I go after their Linda? Why would I go after that LaWanda? Why would I go after them, Nancy? Why would I go after that Mary? Because they want to get the word out. That's thinking like a talk showpreneur. If you agree, give me some thumbs up, give me a smiley face, give me, yeah, Raven, you got it, something. Because that's what you have to do. You have to do that. It's very, very important that you look at what's in it for them. Okay, let's see. Donna has a question. So I'm going to answer Donna's question. And Donna's question is, how did you go about getting the higher up clients? Well, that's a good question. I started thinking early on, okay, there's so many podcasters out there. And at that time, I just had a webcast show that I aired on my website. And Donna, I asked, there's so many people out here interviewing and having podcasts. What's going to make me stand out a cut above my niche? And then I realized after doing my research and seeing some of even the top people who they were interviewing, I noticed people aren't interviewing celebrities. They're interviewing the same people. It's almost like it was a clique and everybody was interviewing the same people. So I started looking at people that, especially people on my level of business at that time, hadn't interviewed. And many of them starting out like I was starting out in 2006 and 7, they didn't interview a Jack Canfield. They never would have even considered asking Jack Canfield. But they were interviewing top people that were in our niche on the level, on our starting level, but they started out stronger than us. So I interviewed some of them too, but I said, I'm going to stretch myself, Donna. I'm going to stretch myself. And I created a vision board. And I put Jack Canfield on there. I put Jane Kennedy was the first celebrity I put on there. I put, the different people I wanted to interview. I looked around and I seen what books I had and what people had empowered and inspired me and who I would want to ask questions for. And then, to be honest, I sent an email, Donna. Not to be honest, scratch that. I picked up the receiver and I called and asked, who do I need to connect with? And they told me who it was. And I sent an email. But yeah, before I even called them, I did my research, just like I was talking about for the money. And I found out, okay, why would Jack want to be on my show? Why would Jane Kennedy want to be on my show? I figured out what's in it for them. And that's how I was able to really master that. And that's part of the icon interview formula that we teach. But great question. Anna, or anyone, if you have any questions, don't put them in the chat box. If you hit on questions and answers, I believe it says ask a question or suggest a topic. Please feel free to suggest a topic for our next show and ask a question. And don't forget to do our poll. Okay. The poll is making money with your podcast or live stream show important to you? Very important or not important? We got one person that says very important. So be sure to answer your poll if you're on the Crowdcast as well. Okay. So that's been some of the things that has helped me shift my mindset from being a talk show host to talk showpreneur. Is the number one thing is I don't want to have a hobby. I like hobbies. I've had hobbies. I used to make dolls, ceramic dolls. That was a hobby. But now I'm looking to have a thriving and sustainable business. Okay. And because of that, I knew early on, Donna, just to let you know, I didn't start making money, real money, 5 figures and more, 4 figures and more until 2010. And to be honest, I just had enough. So how many of you have had enough? How many of you know that editing takes a lot, that putting your show together takes a lot, that creating content, interviewing, it takes a lot. You know, I will tell you this, when you're first starting, give yourself a couple months. You know, you got to give yourself some time. You got to put some skin in the game. It's not going to happen overnight, but you can start having the mindset of a talk showpreneur, and not just being a talk show host, of a live streampreneur, as of an interviewpreneur. And this is what I want to get across to you today. My number one end result for you today is to help you flip your mindset, to let you know that it is possible. You absolutely, positively can make money from the comforts of your home without taking equipment around or anything. Because anybody knows me knows I do everything from the comforts of my home, right from my kitchen table or home studio. This could be you. You can have money in the bank. When you learn how to master monetizing your show, turning it into products, just simply from interviewing some of the top people, let them help you build your content. Let them help you build your product, your next product. Ask for the interview. You know, you can have a lot of income coming your way strictly by using the power of your voice, your heartfelt message, and the power of interviews. You know, and you can just pull out different pieces of content. When someone takes advantage of one of my high-end courses, I'll look at what the course is and I'll send them an interview from Jack Canfield where he talks about his success principles. Or I might send them an interview that I did of Lisa Nichols, where she talked about staying in the game no matter what. Or Alex Mendoza, when he talks about being an influencer in your niche. You know, actor Ernie Hudson, he talks about going from good to be great. Lisa Sashavich, I've interviewed her. She talks about creating an irresistible offer, what all that means. Russell Simmons, I might send them just that quick little 10-minute interview where he talks about, even if you sweep the floor, if that's your business, if that's your job, make sure you be the best floor sweeper in the world. A lot of juice in there. Chili from TLC, she gave strategies on what made or what makes TLC a living legacy, how they're able to sustain it, even though they lost one member, how they're able to keep going, what it really means to be great in what you do, you know. So these are just some of the people I interviewed, but the point of I'm trying to share with you is these interviews, even if you don't have to share the whole hour, which I generally do, but you can pull out 10, 15 minutes. You know, you can create a worksheet around or a transcript around the top points that person talked about. And you can share that as a action item for your course. You can share that with someone that just signed up for your personal coaching. We're talking about the mindset of a talk showpreneur, and not the mindset of someone who has a hobby. Does that make any sense to you guys? I hope so. All right. So basically what we're going to do, yeah. Let's see, we have another question. We'll take one more question and then we're going to cut off because we got to end it at right at the 30 minutes. Anna says, who helps you sort your recordings to use for product? Okay, very good question. And Anna, I can tell you most of the time, I'll go back and listen to my product myself. And then what I will do is I will say, okay, this was really good. This was really good. Or either I'll have Jamie go and listen to it and I'll have her and Christian pull out the real meat of what they got from it. And then I'll go back from their notes. That's usually exactly what I do, you know. And what I will do is go through what they sent and say, okay, I'll use this and I'll use this part of my product, and I'll have them timestamp it. This, you said in 20 minutes, this was really good. You said this at the first 5 minutes. And then I will tell people to go ahead. And I mean, when I do my worksheets or whatever, I will take their bullet points and turn them into questions or use the bullet points, send the audio, the full audio, and tell my clients to pay particular attention to these particular points. So there's so many different ways. But in answer to your question, I will have Jamie, my daughter, do it. And or I will have somebody at Fiverr And that's how I do it. But I will go over it, and I will listen to the audio myself too, because I just can't rely on everybody else doing my business for me. I have to go out there and listen to it myself and make sure I'm sending them the best thing that's going to fit them. My high-end clients that pay $3,500, $4,500 to spend a full day or half a day with me, this is how I prepare. I send them an audio, and then we have a brainstorming session. I ask them, what did you like best from that interview? What did you like best from that audio if it's a solo content? So I'm telling you guys, you definitely can do it. Good question. Thank you. Hey, Nancy, shout out to Nancy. Don't forget to do the poll. Have we had anybody else do any of our polls? We only had one, so I'm going to ask the other ladies on there to quickly do that. Let us know if you enjoyed this. We'll be back tomorrow, same time. We're going to try to come here all the time at 2:00 and share some content with you on how to become a talk showpreneur, how to make money, honey, with your show. I'm Raven, a Talk Show Maven. That's it for right now. Hope you enjoyed it. And please share this with a friend. If you know someone that's truly struggling making money, let them know that they can make money. It's all about using the power of your voice, going out there, doing interviews, or delivering amazing content so you can make some money, honey. Check out our show on our Amazing Women of Power radio network, and check out our amazing host. And for that, that's a wrap. Bye.
She's known as the queen of internet radio conversion.
What's up, everyone? This is Raven, the Talk Show Maven, queen of lab and queen of interview conversion, and you better know it.
Oh my God, I feel like I should be running down the red carpet with my high heels on, ready to grab an award. Hi, it's Michelle PW, your King marketing strategist, and I just am so excited that I had a great interview today with Raven, the Talk Show Maven. I think she's one of the best.
Raven, you are best interviewer I've ever met, by far.
Now you're one of the best radio interviews on the planet.
And you have it. That's Jack Canfield.
Hey, this is Alex Mondosian, and I've just participated in the Don't Wait to Be Great Radio Summit with the great Raven Blair Davis. You got to listen to her to understand how great she is.